Hello, and welcome to today's trending contract, Suburban Mafia, set in Whittleton Creek and supplied to us today by Gadzuka. So on to our briefing. This calm neighborhood is a heart of the Mafia that has been committing various crimes. You have to act fast in order to foil their next robbery. Good luck, 47. So on to our targets, and we have 5 of them, along with a free map. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting as the gardener. We're going to have a remote magnetic gas grenade stored up in the Hanson's basement, and we'll be bringing with us some lethal poison, a lockpick, and our silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to stop putting these leaves in these bags, and we are going to make our way into the west property via the basement. And so we're going to lockpick our way through the door here. Now there is a way of triggering Mrs. West, who is our target, into coming into the basement. It doesn't always work, it depends on your timing. This early into the mission, it should work every time. The only thing that really stops it is someone knocking on the front door, like the postman or the politician. So what we've done there basically is we've just lockpicked the door into the main house, which has triggered a conversation. When that conversation plays out, Mrs. West then comes downstairs. If we don't trigger that conversation, you can be waiting down here several minutes. So once Mrs. West finally joins us, we can then render her unconscious, and we're going to deposit her in her own furnace. So nice and warm, ready for winter. There you go, dear. Target 1 taken care of. So moving on to target number 2, you'll notice we grabbed the lethal poison while we were here as well. So we now have 2 lethal poisons. So we're going to head now to the Hanson's property, where our gas grenade is stored up, although we're not actually going to grab that just yet. So we're going to head out of the west property, straight down the street to the last house on the left. Not ominous sounding at all. So we're just going to lockpick our way into the garage, and then through the garage doors and everywhere else. This place is locked down tighter than Cassidy's house. So through the back door at the garage, another locked door. At least they're concerned about their safety. And then into the miniature library with the secret compartment leading straight to Janus's house. And we're gonna get a quick change of disguise in the corridor here. There are a number of useful items in here, but today we just need the outfit. So we're going to continue on through the corridor to the end. There is an enforcer in Janus's basement. Luckily he was at the other end of the room, so we were able to make our way straight up the stairs. And almost always when I arrive here, Janus is always in the vicinity. So we're going to have to wait for him to head upstairs or out into the garden, whichever way he was going. And then we can make our way into the kitchen and make a nice hot cup of tea and add our spicy ingredient to it. Just be aware there is an enforcer patrolling in the kitchen. He was currently around by the garage door, which is the ideal place for him to be while we're making a cup of tea. So we're just going to exit Janus's apartment or building the same way we came in, and we're going to retrieve our gas grenade on our way out of the Hanson's basement. We're going to remove the gas grenade from the briefcase, return it to the briefcase, therefore activating it. And then we're going to make our way to the house for sale. And we're going to go in via the back door, and our next target is the engineer or gas man, whoever he is, the tech guy, the handyman. And he's currently located in the kitchen. So we're going to use our briefcase and put him to sleep briefly. He will drop a wrench, which will come in very handy. We're going to pull him over to the gas cooker here and start a leak. And then we're going to retrieve our briefcase because we still need that. And then we're going to move over to the garage door area, pull out our silenced pistol and take nice careful aim at the cooker. Make sure we hit something kind of metal-ish. We want to create a spark, and that will take care of our second target. So before we leave, we're going to grab this propane cylinder, and then we're going to head next door to the Wilson's property. And as you can see, we've caused a bit of panic with that explosion, but that actually will work in our favor when it comes to dealing with Mrs. Wilson. So we're going to walk right up to her, trigger the gas grenade. Now ideally you want to make 2 people sick by doing this, hopefully, and get Mrs. Wilson to be the one to go upstairs. It is kind of random. Now I'm expecting her down here, which is why the guard running past us next door was a good thing, because he can actually see through that window. He is stood outside that window facing it. So it is kind of tricky eliminating people in the downstairs bathroom. Now luckily today we were very fortunate and we managed to gas 2 people, and the other people went to the downstairs bathroom, which means Mrs. Wilson, our primary target here, has gone to the upstairs bathroom where we are much less visible, although her body will be discovered. Not that that really matters, as she died from an accident. We had nothing to do with it. So we're moving on. We're going to head into the next room here and disturb the waiter or serving staff. All we have to do is make our presence known. He will excuse himself. He will then walk into the bedroom, presenting his back to us like an idiot, and we can then render him unconscious, deposit him in the closet, take his outfit, and then all we have to do is make our way downstairs. And at this point, around about now, Janus should be back in his kitchen, which he is, and he has discovered his nice cup of tea. I'm sure people have warned you about touching unattended drinks, and that's the result. So with our primary target Janus now taken care of, all that's left is our other primary target, Cassidy. So we're going to make our way back down into the garden, retrieving our propane cylinder. We're going to place that on the barbecue there. We're going to take up our position serving the food, and we're going to add our second lethal poison to said food. Now, because we've already taken out Mrs. West, there is no big speech, there is no long conversation. Mr. Cassidy will come straight here, and we can then offer him his hors d'oeuvres. So as he is moving in for the kill on his chips there, we are moving away for a safe distance and a good view of the elimination. So one more Providence member taken care of. All that's left for us to do is to make good our escape, and the nearest available safe exit, it would be either the bus stop, which is where we are going, or the bridge exit, whichever you prefer. So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of. This is a very nice clean bus, I must say. So we have confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan, and that will gain us a Silent Assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.